Jesus freak here. Well, I'm feeling a bit mentally drained from some software archaeology I was engaged in over the past few days. Don't really want to get into the particulars here. Of course, I'm not crazy enough to go reconstructing an ancient operating system like I'm trying to resurrect a dinosaur or something. Who put that thought in your heads? Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. It's a miracle the thing even works. But I'm definitely feeling mentally tapped out because of that. Made a few attempts on it, gave up, then decided to go back because I had this stupid idea that maybe if I got most of it working, I could use a bot to fill in the holes. So far, I ain't needed no bot. I was doing all this completely by hand. And I mean, this AI vibe coding stuff. I mean, sure, you got people who say AI is 666. I believe Laura Lynn, Tyler Thompson, and Ohio for Freedom just tore someone down for making some connections like that the other day. It's a tool. You can do good with it, you can do bad with it. But at the end of the day, that's all it is a tool. And could it have made my work a lot easier? Absolutely. A few weeks ago, I had a friend try to create something for me with an AI coding bot. And I said, it's simultaneously impressive and underwhelming what that bot generated. It clearly needed a lot of work still. It, on the surface, did a pretty good job of looking like what it was trying to look like. But I said, it's obviously getting the concepts right, but it's missing the trees for the forest. We gave it an actual copy of Microsoft Basic, and while what comes out kind of sort of feels like Microsoft Basic, if you look at the code, it clearly isn't working like Microsoft Basic. That did inspire me to start to go try, another shot at writing my own version, and I got about as far as I got last time before running out of steam. But created something that was a little more advanced than my previous attempt. Like, I work a lot better if I'm working with someone else than if I'm working by myself. That's always been the case. When I had someone else, and we worked on an Apple II emulator about 20 years ago, and it had some pioneering ideas at the time. Like, it had a built-in 6502 assembler. And then a couple years ago, when we had the Nabu fad, one of my friends and I started, but he got it actually working. We wrote an emulator. And then me and someone else on one of the Discords, mostly me, he got me through some rough spots. Different person brought the game Load Runner to the Nabu, and not only did we get it over from the MSX, we fixed some bugs, and we doubled the level count. So, we started out with 76 levels, and when it was done, we had 150. 148 of those were from the Apple II. There were 2 that didn't quite work with the engine. They had too many enemies on screen. So we used the MSX versions of the levels instead. But for the most part, we brought the whole Apple II version of the game over as close as we could. Even supports a 2-button controller, which, Nabu controllers were 1-button joysticks, compatible with an Atari joystick or a Commodore joystick. We had it so that if you had a Sega Master System controller, you could use both buttons, and made the game a lot easier. Well, I skate on the edge of legitimacy a lot here when it comes to, old stuff, old computer stuff. Like, is it legitimate? No. I'm not trying to pretend it is. Could I get myself in some hot water? Probably. But who's going to find it worthwhile to sue me over it, right? Probably make them look worse than it makes me look. And while a lot of the code that I worked with was leaked, some of it was actually code that they legitimately released. So the kind of thing, takes a lot of mental mental processing. And it's held together by spit and baling wire, so anyway, Jesus freak out.